Alright, my name is Wallace. I'm a vampire. This is the next video. I want to talk about, you know, I talked about last video, something clicked in my brain saying, hey, I'm contributing by being a fetish, a vampire fetish for people. Um, like, hey, I'm contributing. Hey, look, mom. Look, it's weird. That hurts on several levels because it doesn't make any sense and it's weird. And I don't have that kind of. I don't have that fetish. It's weird. Um, and plus, I don't have a mom. It's just dark humor. Um, and I want to talk about how my brain's like, well, given I'm a quote unquote self-proclaimed computer scientist, yada yada yada. I'm like, well, therefore, if this is true, then the logical part of my brain's like, well, I should be doing something with this. And I'm like, you're so dumb. You are doing something with it. I'm like, yes, but I'm not using this to my full advantage. What is full advantage, and what am I trying to do? Like, it just makes me think about a lot of things differently. Um, and like my first part of my instincts, my gut reaction, which is, I think, entirely correct on this, is my rational thinking is not the answer. My rational male brain is pathetically stupid. Like, I've spent so much time around women that I realized that the rational part of men's brain is, great, let's build a computer. Great, let's build a house. Let's do this and this. But like, it's so dumb. And here's why I say that. Um, Men have the tendency to over exaggerate, particularly their own strengths. And for a long time when I was younger, I would over exaggerate and rely on thinking, it's like, look at me, I'm working on a computer program. Look at me on my computer. I am so great. Look at this. Look at this guy. You can't do this. Like, my confidence relied on that. And it's so dumb. And like, I used to think, well, guess what? I'm gonna do this thing. I'm gonna think this way. I'm gonna use this part of my frontal cortex of my brain, and and then it's just like with my experience and wisdom, it's just like so dumb. It's like never the right answer. Like, to complicate things even further, like, let me just say what my gut says. My gut says rely on my instincts, rely on my wisdom of the irrational mind, the power that I, I admire in women. Not to say women don't think rationally, of course, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying the instincts. I admire the instincts of women. But I've seen very powerful instincts in men too, and in myself. But the feminine instincts are, I would say, I admire very much so. And perhaps simply because I don't have them. I don't have those instincts, but I see them. It's like, to me, it's like, I don't know if you've ever spent time in a room full of people, and you're an outsider. and you don't have the ability or abilities or the know-how of everybody else in the room, and you're like, you can see that it's all like they all have common knowledge of things, but you lack that common knowledge. So then you begin to admire even more. They're like, wow, you guys are truly like, am I the dumb person in the room? Well, the answer is yes. You know, like I just my brain doesn't have that, and so I just admire it. Am I frustrated? Do I wish I had female intuition? I don't know. Like maybe in some like weird psychological thing, like maybe I am jealous. Huh, I don't know. But what I was saying earlier, rely on my irrational thinking, my instincts, and my the spiritual aspect of life, spirituality. And then the third thing is depend on my vampirism, which is tied to my instincts and tied to spirituality in some way. So I'm like, okay, what do I do next? I think that's what I'm trying to think. I'm like, I feel like there's a door opening that I'm walking through with the realization and the acceptance that I'm contributing and that I'm a fetish. Like, okay, now what? Well, I feel like my body, my instincts, my spirituality, my vampirism knows the answer, even though I don't know the answer right now, um, uh, cognitively in my uh, frontal cortex, um, which frustrates me, makes me feel like, have you ever tried to, like, it's like trying to solve a problem, and you're like, eh, this is also a thing that bothers me. I had trouble in school growing up. I had such a hard time. I'm clearly not an idiot. I do a lot of idiotic stuff, one could say, but I'm not an idiot. Uh, but I always felt like the idiot. Like I'm like, why is why is this so easy for everybody? And I'm like struggling like a you know. But that feeling, like I know it so well, and I feel that feeling. Like, why don't I know? Why am I struggling with this? Even though I feel like I'm the only person. I'll just say it may not be true, but I feel like I'm the only person who has this problem right now. And I could rationalize and say, well, there's no other, like person like me. But the truth is, and I would say this to any other person knowing me and my how I speak to people, I'd say you are unique. There is no other you. I would say, yeah, okay, well that's great. That's true and that makes me feel better, but these conditions and the way I feel, like I know that I'm not the only person who is who has similar conditions. I know that is absolutely true. Like I know that there are other people who feel, maybe different circumstances, but they feel same feelings. I think that's really what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to express and relate and um, say like, hey, it's a feeling of loneliness and frustration. I think that's what I'm trying to reveal. It's like, uh, man, I want to talk to somebody. I want to talk to people who are going through the same thing I'm going through. I think that it's a desperation. It's a lonely. It's a and yeah, just a therapy moment. You can see my skin lighting up, and I feel like this energy inside me curling up into like a ball. It's like this tension. Um, yeah, I'm like blocking things out too. Like my brain is like a little dizzy. I feel a little bit lightheaded, but it's the truth, and it's a therapy moment. Desperation, loneliness, fr- loneliness, desperation, frustration. I don't like that. I don't think anybody likes it. I think that those combination of feelings just is. I mean, it speaks for itself. You know, I don't really. I feel like I don't feel like I have to describe the pain that comes along with that. And since I'm being like really raw, so to speak, or transparent, I feel part of part of my body wants to say like, why me? It's like I know like at if I, growing up, if I was to talk the way I am now, my upbringing, they'd be like, well, or people who would get fed up with listening to me. Some people they just like, oh, poor you, oh, your feelings, poor you. Like there's your problems are shit compared to like this person over here doesn't have shoes. That's a saying that you know I heard that saying growing up several times. Like I complained about not having shoes until I met this person who doesn't have legs. Um, and that, in a way, it helps stop the pain because I do feel like emotionally, if I describe it, I feel like I'm bleeding inside emotionally. But also, like, I know that this kind of stuff from experience is how you grow. It's therapy. You know, hurts, but like, why me, man? Why? Why? So I already feel these feelings of desperation and being alone. Like now, it's more intense, simply because I made a realization today. I'm, having to be face to face with that problem that I have inside. You know, I'm like, oh great, now I feel even more shitty. But that's not the truth, though. My brain, maybe my body and brain, may be perceiving that, feeling that. When behind the scenes, I know from experience that that there are greater things at play. There's more things happening inside of me that I may not be aware of or have experience with, and this is my body's way of trying to reject uh, that change. My body, I know, like the human body, it's like, no, I don't want change. I don't want to risk certain things get worse. Like it's a irrational thing. My body, in this regards, it's like, no, 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 no. What are you doing? You're so dumb. Why did you think about that? Why did you open up that wound? Why are you doing that? No, 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 no. Stop, stop, stop. When in reality, it's like exactly what I need to be doing. Um, so I'm 99% sure that's exactly what's going on. I'm clearly not desperate. I know from my own knowledge of myself and from people and experience as a leader that desperation looks very different. Am I suffering? Yes. Am I desperately suffering? Hell no, I'm not. And that's the truth because I know what that looks like. Am I feeling desperate? I may be having that feeling since I opened up that wound. I'm feeling lonely. Am I lonely? Hell no. I'm around people too much. I feel I have that feeling of like, man, I don't want to, like I know that I'm a people person. Like when I feel like I've been around people too much, then I have seriously been around a lot of people, like a lot of interactions. So I know that the when I feel that way, it's like it's much more than probably a typical person would uh, be used to. That's what I'm trying to say. So no, I'm not desperate. No, I'm not lonely. And what was the other one? Desperate, lonely. Forget. My brain is fuzzy like this, which isn't effective. I realize therapy, but and like I'm feeling this way, and like I'm starting to like slur my words and stuff, and like but it's like I know I'm like truly behind it all. I'm extremely grateful. Like um, the progress, the opportunity and progress the opportunity to have progress is absolutely to me there's you can't put a price on that. Probably could, but that's not the point. To me, there's no it's priceless, and yeah, yeah, definitely opened up a deep wound. Uh, may not sound like much. I'm gonna rewatch these videos and be probably my first thought would be like from a logical, rational perspective, like oh, I'm just being a big baby. It's not that big a deal. But like from the act, what I actually feel right now, it's like I feel like there's a hole being ripped open inside of me. That's what it feels like, and yeah, there's a reason why some people like myself um, don't, or should I say, don't try to open up feelings, and do therapy and stuff because it's because of this. Um, but yeah, uh, I like it. My light just turned off right there. Ran out of battery. Anyways, I should end the video. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video. Thanks y'all. Appreciate y'all for watching. I'm super tired right now. I'm gonna go rest. Have a good night. Bye.